My main reflection, it's so useful to have events like this and understand what is going on across Europe, really, because there's such a diversity of really interesting sort of developments happening, so it's great to be able to connect with it.
My advice to industry leaders would be that you have first to understand the situation, the actual situation, where are we and where do we want to be?
I don't really think that it's a technology issue out there. It's more of a, kind of a policy and political situation in most instances. Policymakers need to understand that the tools that they need to achieve their objectives are available today and ready to be deployed.
Policymakers need to be bold, they need to be progressive, and they need to provide industry and all stakeholders with long-term stability.
I think lots of people have talked about not jumping to the solution, and I think that's right. We need to spend time articulating the problem, because then actually we can bring people with us on the journey of how we solve those problems.
The fact that they are not building the roads for themselves, but for the public, that they should communicate about that more and more, because the government puts a road there and nobody knows why.
We've had so many different elements over the years, which have all been dealt with in silos. Now I think we're starting a journey to bring those different elements together, because it's absolutely vital.
It's first of all an important stock taking what is happening. It's also an occasion to try and correct misunderstandings, to create a better understanding, is to see how we can potentially improve interaction and cooperation.
We need to get together, we need to learn from each other, but we also need to move the needle forward.
The other thing that came out is really the energy transition and decarbonisation and the facilities that the freight sector will need to basically refuel with electricity on our networks going forward. And there's a lot that we will need to do on that front, and also to support the transition in terms of the vehicle technology as well.
There's a lot of pressure on physical infrastructure and the aging infrastructure. There's also a lot of pressure on digitalization. So I think we came one step closer to acknowledging that digital infra is really required to optimize the usage of physical.
You have to dare to take a decision in these directions and not think of all things which can go wrong. So you have to be brave and take the steps.
If industry leaders could think about also communication throughout the various stages of design of the scheme, and think about the outcomes for the end users, for the citizens, I think that would make for much better results.
Came to Amsterdam to talk about future funding, but of course when you're in the Netherlands you think about space, because the Dutch are so great at using space, and then we've had fantastic conversations about the value of space. So for me the big takeaway is it's how we pay for space.
We all have the silos in Europe with road operators, with technology providers. How can we break through these silos and have more demystification also? So that's definitely cooperation, dialogue, and seeing is believing.
It's always a danger of starting with the solution, but it's really all about that vision for what we want as an industry, but much more importantly, what people want for their places, their communities, from the road network itself.